Good morning, Knights. Hope everybody's doing okay. Look at this weather. It is beautiful out here, okay? There's a few things I wanted to address about the playground. I've been coming out every day and watching. Everybody's playing football, basketball, they're on the swings, all sorts of stuff like that. We always want to do what we can to make sure that we're assuring that the playground is safe. So we're going to start some new basketball rules. If you can see where I am, I'm on one of the basketball courts closest to the parking lot. Okay, so we're going to call this court number 1. Okay, as we go over away from the parking lot, we have the center court here. We're going to call that court number 2. And then over here, further over to this side, I believe you can see Mr. Chambers even standing over there. We're going to call that court number 3. We're going to start a new rule starting today. This rule is strictly for the safety of all the kids that want to play basketball. We've got 6 goals here, and I want everybody to have a good time and a safe time playing hoops. So here's what we're going to do. If you're on court number 1, you are allowed to play full court basketball on court number 1. If you are over on court number 2 in the center, you can only play half court basketball. Now, here's one of the things that I want to make sure that I show you. There is a wooden barrier here that can be our out of bounds line. So if you're playing full court over here, you need to respect this out of bounds line. If you're on this court number 2, you can play half court down here or half court over here. No full court on court number 2. As we move over further and we go over here to court number 3, you will see some of Mr. Chambers' students running around, which is great. You will see another wooden barrier. This is the out of bounds, okay? If you are on court number 3, you are more than welcome to play full court basketball. So basically, it's very simple. If you're on court number 1 or court number 3, you can play full court. If you're on court number 2, you only play half court. You can only shoot at one end of the full court there. Okay, this is strictly for the safety of everybody. We don't want any collisions, and we want to make sure that we keep basketball going like it's going right now, safely. Okay, all right, one more thing I want to talk about while we are on the playground during lunch periods. Okay, look at this, Mr. Logan. We've got, I don't even know, probably a couple dozen bikes right here. This is fantastic. You know, we've been promoting our bike program for the last several weeks, and I think Miss Kerman said even we had 91 bikes last week. Don't even know how many you have this week, but here's one of the things I want to talk to you about. When we're out at lunch, okay, after we are in the cafeteria, when we come out here, I want to make sure that we stay away from this space, okay? This is a lot of money here. I have no idea how much these bikes cost, but I know added up, it's a lot of money. So, I don't even know whose bike this is, but I do know something. I need to stay away from it, because what we're seeing is kids starting to gather over here, try to sit on the bikes and do stuff like that. This bike, I don't even know who it belongs to. I just know that I need to be respectful of it and stay away. So we're going to make sure that when we're outside, we're staying away from our bikes. Okay, last thing I want to talk to you. We talked about basketball goals. We talked about bikes. I want to talk about this area over here. Did you know that on the opposite side of this wall, there is a classroom? Oftentimes when kids are out here, they're talking, they're not doing anything wrong, but the more kids that gather over here, the louder it gets. We need to make sure that we're not throwing balls or anything up against this wall, and that we're trying to stay away from this wall so that classroom can conduct class like it needs to. So help us out on that so they can do all the learning they need to over there. We've talked about a lot today. I'm asking the duty teachers to make sure you help enforce these, so if they say something to you, make sure we're following those rules. Let's hope the weather stays as nice as it is today, and I can go play golf. See ya.